If you've been here before, you know I always try to get y'all to escuchar y hablar más español. You can't get good at something if you don't actually practice doing it. So you can read all day about how to do the perfect layup. You may think that you actually know how to do a layup just based on research. But unless you go out there and shoot a couple shots, you don't know how to do a layup. And it's the exact same with language learning. You can read all day about grammar and all the rules of a language, but if you don't actually go out and listen to people actually speaking and then speak it yourself, you're never going to know how to speak that language. One of the best things I did to improve my Spanish was actually finding and listening to native Spanish speakers aquí in YouTube using some of the tips that I'm going to give you in este video. So y'all already know that I love the Dominican dialect, which is filled with a ton of slang and is often spoken really fast. The problem with this, and really just Spanish in general, is that in the beginning of your Spanish learning journey, you can get really frustrated by feeling like you just can't understand what people are saying because they talk so doggone fast. So I'm going to show you exactly what I've done to learn Spanish here on YouTube, even when people speak really fast. First, I find un video. For this demo, I'm going to use este video from duct tape. To start, I immediately turn on los subtítulos. Depending on el video, los subtítulos may not always be available or correct, especially if there's a lot of slang. But even if they're not 100% accurate, these can be a huge help in at least giving you context. Once I learned a good amount of Spanish, I started leaving the subtitles off until I needed them, and then I just toggle them on and off by clicking the closed caption button. This helps you not rely on the subtitles all the time so that you can also improve your listening skills, since obviously real life won't have subtitles. While I'm watching el video, if I come to a spot that was hard to understand,
y viene cruzando la calle un amigo de ella, que yo la he visto varias veces, que no tengo nada de confianza, o sea, pana. Ni siquiera estábamos hablando, era...
I'll rewind and then slow down the video by going to the settings and then clicking playback speed. You'll have to kind of play with the speed. I start just, going slower by slower until it hits what you need.
Y una de la hermana de una de las amigas mías fue a buscar en el carro y yo estaba para afuera en el parqueo como acompañándola, pero no crucé la calle, me quedé ahí en el parqueo mariqueta. Y viene cruzando la calle un amigo de ella, que yo la he visto varias veces, que no le tengo nada de confianza, o sea, para nada. Ni siquiera estábamos hablando, era como que...
At this point, if I can hear what they said, but now I just can't understand what it means, I'll write it down and then search Google to see if I can figure out what it actually means. And even then, if I still don't know, I'll reach out to somebody else and see if they can help me figure out what it means. If you haven't yet started listening to videos completamente en español, start today. Hoy mismo. Even if you can't understand most of what's being said, just hearing the rhythm that people speak is going to be helpful. Start adding more and more Spanish content into your life, including your música. Music was one of the best tools, hands down, that I used to help me learn Spanish, and you can do the exact same thing. Check out the video I have on learning Spanish with music for specific tips on how to do that. Let me know in the comments if you've already had a positive experience with this feature, if you use it in a different way, or if this is your first time hearing about it and what you think about it. Hit that like button if you learned anything and subscribe for more. Gracias por estar aquí. Hasta la próxima.